Hey guys, welcome back. Hope everybody's doing good. I guess I'm doing a little bit better than I was before. How do I get over there? This is an interesting room. I wanted to talk about the video I did where I talked about like my purpose was my purpose and did my quarter life crisis thing. The only thing I wanted to mention was I recorded some before and after stuff where I was standing up and I saw myself from the side. Which I don't think I ever really have. You never really see yourself from the side. And I guess, well, I never really take any pictures, so. But when you do take a picture, it's just from the front or kind of close up, or you never really see yourself in the background. I don't have pictures like that. And I hated it. I hated how I looked. I mean, I don't know. I don't ever think I guess I am just used to how I look from the front, because I don't know. I do think about it, and I mean, I think everybody kind of thinks about, I want to be good looking. Don't think I am. I don't feel too bad about that, but. Okay, what was it? Upright. But God, when I looked at myself from the side, I wanted to die. I don't know if that's something that everybody experiences. I look like legit Quasimodo. It was very hunchy, and I don't know, my acne looked worse, and my hair looked worse somehow. It's the same from the front. I don't know, you always hear about the voice thing. Everybody hates their voice. And the thing that scares you when you hear that is they'll say, well, what you hear when you're recording your voice back is actually what other people hear when they hear you. And you think, well, but I hate what I hear when I listen to my voice. I actually don't. I did used to hate it, and now I don't mind it. And I think you just have to listen to it. Just listen to yourself talk a bunch. And eventually you do subconsciously, I think, start to filter out the things you don't like about how you don't like what you talk. Or maybe you just I think it's a mix of those two things. You kind of ignore it and you kind of start to talk differently because you just subconsciously, you don't really have to work at it. I mean, the only thing I have to do is I have to stop saying like so much, but that's different. I used to just hate the way I pronounced words and stuff. I remember I really hated the way I pronounced TH sounds sometimes. It wouldn't be as sharp as that. Like the sharpness. It would be duller. It'd be like dat or something. I don't know. Or that. I don't know. I remember hating that. I just wasn't saying it right. But you never really hear about. I mean, I know there's this idea that, oh, I don't take good pictures, and ooh, I don't like this picture. I look weird. But when you actually see yourself in video, it's a little bit different. Because that is actually what you look like. But it looked awful. Looked like Quasimodo. I don't know. Sanctuary. What was I gonna talk about? I was gonna do a little talk about the Watchmen. More spoilies. I probably shouldn't spoil it because it's a really good show and you should watch it, but It's only 9 episodes, and you probably saw it already because it's old. And nobody's watching anyway. Nope, we can't say that anymore. Sorry, Mario, if you're watching. I didn't mean it bad. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Damon Lindelof, his thing is mythology stuff. So he took a show that was supposed to be kind of a Survivor ripoff, just like a soap opera on an island about people who are trapped on an island and they have to survive. Nothing deeper, nothing weird. That's what it was supposed. That was the pitch, I'm sure, to the studio. It's. I've heard that. I think like it's Survivor, and these people have to survive on an island. I don't think he mentioned in the pitch that the island would be magic and that it would have this deep mythology about good versus evil. And Damon Lindelof had never written a show, so I'm sure he didn't even know what he wanted to make it when he made it. He was pretty young. He's probably my age when he started that show, which is scary. Can't you push this, or am I crazy? I'm crazy. So the mythology with Lost was just about the island and its magic, and that was so much fun to just build a mythology about nothing, just a stupid island. Do I have to hook shot or something? How do I get over there? What do I do? I know you can hook shot back, but you can't shoot hook shot across. Okay. I don't know where to go. Hover boots? No. Now you're thinking with hover boots. I do have a map. Well, I wanted to mention I do think my favorite episode was the flashback one, but that's kind of separate from the mythology thing. And it was a little bit clunky. They introduced this drug called nostalgia, where it just makes you relive your old memories. I don't really understand how that was connected to the only difference between their universe and ours is just that there were superheroes who showed up in the 1960s or whatever. So why is the technology so weird? I guess some of the superheroes were super smart. I don't know. They didn't really explain that. The exposition was a little bit clunky about introducing these pills, these magic pills that make you relive memories. It didn't really make a lot of sense, but it was so cool. It was such a cool episode. You don't really care because you're reliving this old black guy's memories of being this vigilante in the like 50s or whatever. He was the first vigilante hero called Hooded Justice, and he had to pretend to be white. It was so cool. And then it would flash between him and then his granddaughter is the main character, and so she was the one who took the pills, but she took his memory pills, so she was remembering his memories and she was reliving them and kind of learning more about him. And then he was the one who killed the police chief, and it was sorry, I just spoiled the whole first season, but it's really cool. Oh, maybe I have to no. There is a chest up there somewhere. Where is it? Oh, it's on the hands, I remember. Maybe I have to go there. I don't know what to do. Navi. Tell me what to do, Navi. Okay, you have to get on that hand and then do the thing. Okay, I could do that. How do I get over there? Hover boots? You weren't thinking with hover boots, and now you're thinking with hover boots. Oop. Well, Megaton hammer. Right? Thunder. That's the end of the episode. That was quick. Okay, let's try to make some progress at least. Get on this hand. Stupid hover boots. The mythology of the superheroes is fun. They don't. So this is something that I was thinking about. There is value in. There is this trend for prestige TV, I think you would call it, which is just the HBO style or the Netflix style, which is super high quality, super well produced, 10 episodes every year, or every 2 years with your Game of Thrones, or 6 episodes every 2 years. The quality is amazing. There's no wasted time. Everything is supposed to happen the way it's supposed to happen. Everything is important. Nothing's boring. But there was value in the Lost way of doing TV. 24 episodes a year, which seems kind of ridiculous, especially for a serialized thing. Something that's not a soap opera, but it's serialized, and it's 24 episodes a year. It sounds kind of ridiculous. I remember hearing they were making Lost basically 1 episode a week, which is insane. They had to write it, shoot it, edit it in 1 week. Obviously they wrote it all before, but then they would it would just work out to 1 episode a week because 24 episodes, so it's basically half a year. Maybe they would have some extra time for a break, but they'd probably only have a couple months of break, and then they'd be writing it, and then they'd be shooting it. And they shot it all on Hawaii, which is crazy. The break. I memorized that one. It's the only one I have memorized. I do think there's value in having those 24 episodes a year because the thing that I value most in TV is growing with the characters, I guess you could say. Just feeling connected to the characters. That's something that TV has that movies don't have. You can't... Oh, there it is. Whoops. You can't get super connected to a character in 2 hours. You can get super connected to the story, and the characters are part of the story. And character arcs in movies are important, but they just happen so quick. 2 hours, and it's a whole person's life happens. But in TV, you can spend 100 hours with characters. And it is definitely harder. I don't know. I don't really like ensemble shows that much, but I just think it's harder to do with ensemble shows because I like Lost and Game of Thrones, and even The Walking Dead. But like the Breaking Bad isn't an ensemble show. It's just like 4 characters. And you just really get into those characters' heads, and they have really interesting arcs and decisions. That's it. That can't be right. Okay, but that has to be it for today. I told myself, was this going to be a short episode today? But I do miss it. I do miss the 24 episode shows, and I know they're still around, but they're not as good, right? They're not as good as Lost. Is there any good serialized show that's 20 episodes a year? I don't think so. You just have like Law and Order, SVW, CSI, NCSU, whatever. And those are fine. I mean, I've always liked Monk. And when I was a kid, I watched Monk and Psych and those kind of procedural type shows with just wacky characters. Not as serious. It's good for kids. It's funnier. It's not as serious. But can you think of anything? Anything that's still going on right now that's over 20 episodes a year that's like actually good and it's serialized drama? I can't think of anything. I do watch a lot of TV, but you get spoiled by the prestige stuff like the Netflix and HBO. And then all the good creative people kind of gravitate towards those shows because they don't want to be writing this crap. I mean, it does feel like they don't want to do that. They don't want to be writing a show a week. They want to spend time crafting characters, and you need time and money, and HBO and Netflix have those things. And if you spent a ton of time on a show, you can only really make 10 episodes. You can't make 20 a year. But anyway, was that short enough? No, it's too long. See you tomorrow. Bye.